Hello everyone, how are you all? Today we are going to learn and analyze Telangana State DSC TRT question paper and question paper name School Assistant Bioscience English, and the date is 24th July 2024, shift 2. Let's start with the content. Number of questions 88 and marks 44. Each correct question have half marks. And the first question is question number 41. The science that deal with the functioning of various organisms in the body of living organism is, and the answer is physiology. Means physiology is a science that deal with the functioning of various organs in the body of living organism. Second question, question number 42. Identify the correct pair, and the answer is ACD. Sir Charles Lyell, Principle of Geology. Option C, Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkin, X-ray crystallography on DNA. And option D, Charles Darwin, The Origin of Species. Charles Darwin, The Origin of Species, Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkin, X-ray crystallography on DNA, and Sir Charles Lyell, Principle of Geology. Question number 43. One of the following organization work to protect wildlife and habitats, and the answer is IUCN. IUCN is an organization work to protect wildlife and habitats. B and C correct match according to this question, and B is Cyclops microarthropods, and C is Saccharomyces fungus. Saccharomyces fungus, Cyclops microarthropods. Now question 45. Identify the disease that may be caused by bacteria from the following. And the list is so long. And answer is CDE. Anthrax, botulism, and E, peptic ulcer. Anthrax, botulism, peptic ulcer, disease that may be caused by bacteria from anthrax, botulism, peptic ulcer may cause disease caused by bacteria. Question number 46. Identify the pair of micronutrients of the plants from the following. Micronutrients, and the correct option is magnesium and sulfur. Sulfur is a chemical element which symbol as an atomic number 16. Magnesium. Magnesium is a chemical element. It has a symbol Mg and atomic number 12. Magnesium and sulfur uh, macronutrients means major elements of the plant. Now 47. Animal of this phylum are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and have a pseudoculome. Animal of this phylum are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and have a pseudoculome, and the answer is nematoda. Nematodes. The nematodes and roundworms or eelworms constitute the phylum Nematoda. Species in the phylum inhabit a broad range of environment. The phylum Nematoda, also known as the roundworm, it is the second largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Pseudoculome. Pseudoculome is a body cavity filled with fluid that lies between the mesoderm layer of the external body wall and the endoderm layer of the gut in invertebrates. And the correct answer is nematoda. Let's see other options also. Protochordata. Protochordata refers to an informal group of invertebrates. Chordates, also known as lower chordates. They are closely related to vertebrates and possess a notochord, a dorsal hollow nerve cord and pharyngeal gills. Silt at some point in their development, but lack a true skull and vertebral column. Now, Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes flatworms are usually dorsoventrally flatted, bilaterally symmetrical, and have three body layers lacking a body cavity. They include the termatodes and cystodes. The word is derived from the Greek. Now, option 4, coelenterids. Coelenterids, an aquatic invertebrate animal of a phylum that include jellyfish, corals and sea anemones. They typically have a tube or cup-shaped body with a single opening, right, with tentacles. The bears staining cell, nematodes. Now, moving to 48, and the question is, which of the following is related to the chyme Operation Flood? Operation Flood, and the correct answer is milk production. Milk production is related to the chyme Operation Flood. Now moving 49. Read the sentence about nitrification. What is nitrification? Nitrification is a biological process where ammonia NH3 is oxidized to nitrate NO2 and then to nitrate NO3 by specialized bacteria. This process is called nitrification, and the nitrosomonas oxidize NH3 to NO2, and B is nitrobacter convert N2 to NH3, and the correct answer is 4. Statement A is correct and statement B is incorrect. Means Statement A, nitrosomonas oxidize NH3 to NO2. Nitrosomonas oxidize, special bacteria oxidize ammonia to nitrate. Ammonia results from decomposing organic matter and it is excreted by fish. Now moving question number 50. In a food chain, second trophic level is always occupied by these organisms, and the answer is herbivorous. In a food chain, second trophic level is always occupied by these organisms. Herbivorous means herbivorous in a food chain always occupies second trophic level. Now question number 51. Match the following: Porifera, Cnidaria, Mollusca, Echinodermata, and it's matching jellyfish, sea urus, Euphlytilla, Scatula, Dentalion, and the correct match is 4. Option 4, A3. A match with 3, Porifera, Eucalyptilla, and B goes with 1, Cnidaria, jellyfish, and C 5th, Mollusca, Dentalium, and the final D goes with 2nd, Echinodermata, C Uranus. Echinodermata, C Uranus. Now 52. Identify the poikilothermic animal from the following, and the correct option is crocodile. Poikilothermic animals, they are also called cold-blooded animal. Their body temperature is affected by the ambient temperature. They are unable to control their body temperature. And the correct answer is crocodile. Now 53. Identify the correct statement, and the correct option is 4. All are corrected, A, B, C, D. Option number A, ferns plants are cryptogams with true roots and leaves. Ferns plants are cryptogams with true roots and leaves. Option B, conifers are trichophytes with neck seed. Conifers are trichophytes with neck seeds. Moss plants are atraciptic embryophytes. Gymnosperm are Archigonia phanerogams. This belong to higher classes, I think. So all are correct in this question. Now we move to question number 54. Identify the mineral nutrient that help plant resistance toward pests from the following, and the option is potassium. Potassium is the one type of mineral nutrient that help plant resistance toward pests from the pests. Potassium is the answer. Now 55. Identify the sexually transmitted disease that is caused by Trypanosoma pallidum. And the correct option is syphilis. Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum is a sexually transmitted disease. And the correct option is syphilis. 56. Identify the product formed in light dependent phase of photosynthesis from the following. And the option is glucose, oxygen, ATP, NADPH. And the correct option is B, C, D. Oxygen, ATP, NADPH. Oxygen, ATP, NADPH, the product formed in light dependent phase of photosynthesis. Light dependent phase of photosynthesis. Oxygen, ATP, NADPH. 57. Identify the enzyme secreted by gastric gland. And the correct option is pepsin. Pepsin is the enzyme secreted by gastric gland. Now 58. Match the following: biotin, pantothenic acid, folic acid, riboflavin. And burning feet, glossitis, pernicious anemia, nerve diseases. And the correct option is C, A, biotin match with 5th, nervous disorders. B match with A, pantothenic acid, burning of feet. C match with 4, folic acid, anemia. And D, riboflavin. D match with second option, riboflavin, glossitis. Biotin, nervous disorder, pantothenic acid, burning feet, folic acid, anemia, riboflavin, glossitis. Now 59. Identify the end product formed in glycolysis of cellular respiration. And the correct option is 3, pyruvic and acid energy. Pyruvic acid and energy is the correct option. Pyruvic acid energy is the end product formed in glycolysis of cellular respiration. In the cellular respiration of glycolysis, end product is pyruvic acid and energy. Now 60. Identify the correct pair of organism with an open circulatory system. With an open circulatory system. And the correct one is option 1, leech and ascidian. Leech and ascidium have an open circulatory system. Means other options have closed circulatory system, and those named earthworm and octopus, amphioxus, starfish. Earthworm, octopus, amphioxus, starfish have closed type circulatory system. Now 61. Identify the valve present on right auriculoventricular septum of human heart. And the correct one is tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve present on right auriculoventricular septum of human heart. Right auriculoventricular septum of human heart. Tricuspid valve present on right auriculoventricular septum of human heart. Now 62. Read the statement about honey bee and identify the correct answer. A. Female bee receives 16 chromosomes from mother bee and 16 chromosomes from father bee. And second, male bee receive only 16 chromosomes from mother bee. And the correct answer is C. Both A and B are correct. Female bee receives 16 chromosomes from mother bee and 16 chromosomes from father's bee. And male bee receive only 16 chromosomes from mother bee. Now 63. Identify the test cross from the following. And the correct one is a cross between recessive parents and F1 hybrid. A cross between recessive parent and F1 hybrid is called test cross. 64. The deficiency of this hormone cause diabetes insipidus in humans, and the correct one is vasopressin. Vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone ADH, is a hormone that regulates blood pressure, plasma volume and osmolality. It's synthesized in the hypothalamus and transported to the posterior pituitary gland, where it's released into the bloodstream. Vasopressin primary function is to convert body fluid by reducing the amount of water excreted in urine. So, vasopressin hormone deficiency cause diabetes insipidus in humans. Diabetes insipidus in human. Now 65. Match the following. Platyhelminthes metanifridia, nematoda, green gland, arthropoda, flame cell, mollusca, rennet cell. And the correct match is option number 2. A goes with third, platyhelminthes flame cell. B goes with 4, nematoda rennet cell. And C second, arthropoda green gland. And the final mollusca goes with 1, metanifridia. Here nematoda, green gland, flame cell and rennet cell, these all are excretory organs of these animals. So answer is second. Platyhelminthes, rennet cell, nematoda, platyhelminthes flame cell, nematoda, rennet cell, arthropoda, green gland, mollusca, metanifridia. Mollusca, metanifridia. Arthropoda, green gland. Arthropoda, green gland. Nematoda, rennet cell. Nematoda, rennet cell. Platyhelminthes, flame cell. Now 66. Read the following sentence. Liver produce bile pigments, that's bilirubin, biliverdin and urochrome. Bilirubin, biliverdin and urochrome, which are metabolic waste of hemoglobin of dead RBC. And the second is liver is involved in urea formation. Liver is involved in urea formation. And the correct option is 1. Both A and B are correct. These two statements are correct. Liver produce bile pigments like bilirubin, biliverdin and urochrome, which are metabolic waste of hemoglobin of dead RBC, and liver is involved in urea formation. Now 67. Identify the incorrect pair. Dhatura stramonium, pyrethroids, papaver somniferum, coconts, chrysanthemum species, scopolamine, Syncoma officialis quinine. And the correct option is A and C only. Means A and C are incorrect match. And the correct match B and D, papaver somniferum, cochian, and D, Syncona officialis quinine. Syncona officialis quinine, papaver somniferum, cochian. 68. Identify the endospermic seed from the following. Options are castor, groundnut, beans, maize. And the correct one is A and D. Castor and maize are endospermic seed. Endosperm tissue that surrounds and nourish the embryo in the seed of angiosperm, flowering plant. In some seed, the endosperm is completely absorbed at maturity. Example, pea and beans. And the fleshy food storing cotyledons nourish the embryo as it germinates. And the correct option is A and D, castor and maize. Castor and maize, the endospermic seed. Now 69. Identify the pair of human brain that coordinate reflex like swelling, coughing, sneezing and vomiting. And the correct option is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata of part of the human brain that coordinates reflex like swelling, coughing, sneezing and vomiting. Let's see options also. Cerebrum. The cerebrum, the largest parts of the brain, is responsible for higher level function like conscious thought, sensory perception, motor control, language and memory, and is divided into two hemispheres. Now cerebellum. Cerebellum is a part of brain that helps and coordinate and regulate a wide range of function and process in both brain and body. While it's very small compared to brain, overall it holds more than half of the neuron cells that make up your nervous systems in whole body. Now diencephalon. Diencephalon is one of the main vesicles of the brain, formed during embryogenesis. During the third week of development, a neural tube. The diencephalon is also known as the interbrain or in older. It nurtures the twin brain. 70. This phytohormone helps in delaying the aging process in leaves. And the correct option is cytokinase. Cytokinase is a phytohormone, helps in delaying the aging process in leaves. Cytokinase are a group of plant growth regulates which are primarily involved in performing cell division in plants' roots, shoots system. This hormone helps in promoting the cell growth, development, differentiation, affecting apical dominance and delay in leaf census. Let's know the option also. Second is gibberellins. Gibberellins are plants hormone that regulate various developmental processes including stem elongation, germination, dormancy, flowering, flower developments. Gibberellins are growth hormones that stimulate cell elongation and cause plants to grow taller. Gibberellins also have a role in other plant processes such as stem elongation, germination, flowering, and fruit ripening. Now, auxins. Auxin is a plant hormone that play a crucial role in regulating plant growth and development, particularly by stimulating cell elongation and influencing other purposes like cell division, differentiation, and root formation. Abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is a plant hormone ABA, function in many plants developmental process including seed and bud dormancy, the control of organ size and stomatal closure. Abscisic acid is a hormone present in plants that play a vital role in the growth and regulation of different processes in plant. It controls various processes such as aging of leaf, plant dormancy, and seed germination. Now 71. Identify the organism which respired through bucco-pharyngeal cavity. Bucco means buccal cavity. Buccal cavity, and the correct option is frog. Frog is the organism which respires through buccal cavity and pharynx. The buccopharyngeal membranes serve as a respiratory surface in a wide variety of amphibians and reptiles. In this type of respiration, membranes in the mouth and throat are permeable to oxygen and carbon dioxide. Here, other options like fish, dolphins, and penguin. These animals not respire through buccopharyngeal cavity. And the next one is, this question is a discrepancy. So let's go to next question. 73. 73. Identify the plant with incomplete flower. And the correct one is cucumber. Cucumber is the plant with incomplete flower. Incomplete flowers are flowers that do not have one or more of the flowering structure, the sepals, petals, stamens and pistil. A complete flower has all four structures present on the same flower. Sepals are green, leaf-like structure that protect the petals. Other options like mustard, pea, onion. Not a incomplete flower. Means these are complete flower. Now 74. Identify the haploid structure of flowering plant from the following. Haploid structure. And the correct one is embryo sac. Embryo sac. Now explanation of embryo sac. Embryo sac, also known as the female gametophytes. It is a thin walled sac within the ovule of flowering plants, containing the egg, nucleus and other nuclei that develop into the endosperm after fertilization, and it is a 7-cell 8-nucleated structure. Let's see options also. Second option is embryo. An embryo is the initial stage of developmental for a multicellular organism. When a fertilized egg has implant in the uterus, the group of cells that will become a body is called an embryo. Here ovule and ovary. Here is the explanation of ovule and ovary. Ovary is the female reproductive part of a flower and ovules are located inside the ovary. Ovary after fertilization turn into a fruit, whereas ovules turn into seed of fruit. An ovule is a structure found inside the ovary of plants. Integument are the two layers which cover the internal structure of the ovule. Now 75. The phrase omnis cellula e cellula was first coined by, the correct one is Rodolphe Virchow. Omnis cellula e cellula was first coined by Rodolphe Virchow. Now explanation of Rodolphe Virchow is, he proposed cell theory. Rodolphe Virchow published a statement based on his observation omnis cellula e cellula, which means that all cells arise from pre-existing cell, in the year of 1855. So let's see other option also. Walter Fleming, and the explanation of his, Walter Fleming, a pioneer in cytogenetics, is credited with discovering and systematically studying chromosomes during cell division mitosis, for which he coined the term mitosis. Walter Fleming. Robert Brown. Robert Brown, who is best known for his discovery of the cell nucleus in 1831 and for observing the Brownish motion, that random movement of macroscopic particles. Edward Strasburger. About he was a Polish German professor and one of the most famous botanists of the 19th century. He discovered mitosis in plants. Now 76. Identify the long phase of the cell cycle, and the correct one is interphase. Interphase is the longest phase of the cell cycle. Now explanation of this. Interphase is the active portion of the cell cycle that include the G1, S and G2 phase, where the cell grow, replicate its DNA and prepare for mitosis. Respectively, interphase was formerly called the resting phase, but the cell in interphase is not simply dormant. Let's know the option also. Prophase. Prophase is the first phase of mitosis, the process that separates the duplicate genetic material carried in the nucleus of a parent cell into two identical daughter cells. During prophase, the complex of DNA and proteins contained in the nucleus, known as chromatin, condense. And metaphase. Definition of metaphase. Metaphase is a stage during the process of cell division, mitosis or meiosis. Normally, in divided chromosomes are spread out in the cell nuclei. During metaphase, the nucleus dissolves and the cell's chromosomes condense and move together, aligning in the center of the dividing cell. Now, telophase. Telophase is the fifth and final phase of mitosis, the process that separates the duplicate genetic material carried in the nucleus of a parent cell into two identical daughter cells. Telophase begins once the replicated pair chromosomes have been separated and pulled to opposite side or poles of the cell. Now moving 77. Identify the hormone that suppress hunger in humans. Suppress hunger in humans, and the answer is leptin. Leptin is a hormone derived from adipose tissue and the small intestine, mainly in enterocytes. Its help regulate the energy balance by suppressing hunger, resulting in decreased fat mass in adipocytes. Ghrelin. Ghrelin is a peptic hormone known for its role in the stimulation of appetite and feeding behavior, energy, homeostasis, and carbohydrate metabolism, and is often called as hunger hormone because it increases the drive to eat. Blood level of ghrelin are highest before meal when hungry, returning to lower level after meal times. And the third one is gastrin. Gastrin is a hormone that your digestive system make. Stimulate gastric acid secretion, hydrochloric acid or HCl, and promote gastric motility, ultimately aiding in food digestion. And the last one is secretin. Secretin is a hormone produced in the small intestine that help the digestion and regulate water balance in the body. It has three main functions: regulating gastric acid, pancreatic bicarbonate, and water balance. Digestion, secretion. Secretin stimulates the pancreas to produce fluid and bicarbonate, which neutralize acid and balance pH level. 78. This type of teeth, which are least in number in a normal adult human, having 32 teeth, least in number, and the answer is 3, canine. Our dental formula human beings is 2123 by 2123. There are 2 incisor, 1 canine, 2 premolar, and 3 molar. 2 incisor, 1 canine, 2 premolar, and 3 molar. This is dental formula of human beings. Now 79. Identify the dominant trait in Pisum, pea plant, from the following. And the options are exile flower, yellow pod, terminal flower, green pod, green seed, yellow seed. And the correct option is 1, A, D, and F. Exile flowers, green pod, yellow seed. Exile flowers, green pod, and yellow seed are the dominant trait in Pisum. And the next one is 80. When two heterozygous tall pea plant are crossed, how much percentage of offspring would be of homozygous tall? Answer 25. Option A. When two heterozygous tall pea plants pea plants, two heterozygous are cross with are cross are cross and then how much percentage of offspring would be of homozygous tall? Answer is 25. Now 81. Mendel's law of segregation states that correct option is maternal and paternal alleles separate during gamete formation. Mendel's law of segregation states that maternal and paternal alleles separate during gamete formation. Now 82. Now 82. This part of the body is affected by glaucoma disease. Glaucoma disease, and the correct one is eye. Glaucoma disease. The main cause of glaucoma is damage to the optic nerve, often resulting from increased pressure inside the eye due to buildup of fluid that doesn't drain properly. Moving to 83, read the statement and identify the correct answer. 1. Rods are associated with the vision in daylight, and the second, vitamin A is essential for the formation of visual purpose in the retina that allow vision in dim light. And the correct one is second. A is incorrect and B is correct. Why A is incorrect? Rods are associated with the vision in daylight. Now explanation of rods. Rods are a type of photoreceptor cell in the retina. They are sensitive to light level and help give us good vision in low light. They are concentrated in the outer area of the retina and give us peripheral vision. Rods are 500 to 1000 times more sensitive to light than cones. So it means rods are associated with the vision in dark light, not daylight. Now 84. Identify the rabi crop from the following. And options are cotton, wheat, maize, mustard, chickpea, sugarcane. And the correct one is BDE. BDE. Wheat, mustard and chickpea. Are rabi crop. Now see what is rabi crop. Rabi crops are winter crops sown after the monsoon and harvest in spring, thriving in cool, dry condition. Example of rabi crops include cereals, wheats, barley, oats, pulses, chickpea, grams, lenticles pea, pigeon pea, kulthi, horse gram, masoor, red lentil, lobis, lobia beans. Question number 85. Identify the weedicide which control the dicot weeds. Identify the weedicides which control the dicot weeds, and the correct one is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid is used for the weedicide control in the dicot weeds. And next is 86. In this part of human female reproductive system, fertilization take place, and the answer is fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube of human female reproductive system, fertilization take place. Let's see other terms also. Cervical canal. The cervical canal passes through the cervix. It allows blood from a menstrual period and a baby fetus to pass from the womb into the vagina. The sperm travel from the vagina up the cervical canal into the uterine cavity, then into the fallopian tube to fertilize the egg. Now 87. The following indigenous breed of poultry is reputed for its fighting and delicious meat quality, and correct one is Asil. Asil is an Indian breed. It is distributed in much of India, particularly in the state of Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. It has been exported to several other countries. Similar fro are found throughout much of South Asia. 88. Identify the number of generation of mitosis required to produce 256 cells from a single mother cell, and correct one is 8. 8 number of generation of mitosis required to produce 256 cells from a single mother cell. 89. Identify the root modification which store food material from the following, and the options are sweet potato, asparagus, ginger, turnip, opuntia, and the correct option is 4, ACE. Sweet potato, asparagus, turnip are the root modification which store food material from the following. Sweet potato, asparagus and turnip are the root modification which store food. Second, now number 90. The following food grain is now as global grain, and the correct one is rice. 91. The cell organelle which synthesize the cell wall and cell plate during division in plants cell is Golgi complex. The cell organelle which synthesize the cell wall and cell plate during cell division in plant cell. Can see option also. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are cellular structure composed of RNA and protein that are the primary sites of protein synthesis, translating genetic information from mRNA into polypeptide chain. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum comprise tube-like structure located near the cell periphery. Endoplasmic reticulum can either be smooth or rough, and in general function is to produce protein for the rest of the cell to function. The RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, associate with many role in protein synthesis, which also include post-translational modification, folding and sorting. Membrane-bound ribosomes in the RER translate the mature mRNA transcript into amino acids that are attached to become polypeptides. Now 92. Identify the cell of areolar tissue in animal. Fibroblast, mast cell, macrophage, cartilage. And the correct one is 3. A, B, C. Fibroblast, mast cell and macrophage. Fibroblast, mast cell and macrophage, the cell of areolar tissue in animal. The cell of areolar tissue in animal. Fibroblast, mast cell and macrophage. Now 93. Identify the process which refer to the use of living organism to remove contaminants and pollutant from soil or water. That process is called bioremediation. Bioremediation is the process which refers to the use of living organism to remove contaminants and pollutants from soil and water. Let's see option also. Bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation is a process of accumulation of chemical in an organism that take place if the rate of intake exceeds the rate of excretion. This process is called bioaccumulation. Next, biomagnification. Biomagnification, the rise or increase in the contaminated substance caused by the intoxicating environment. The contaminants might be heavy metals such as mercury, arsenic and pesticides such as polychlorinated biosphene and DDT. Now the last one is biofortification. Biofortification is the idea of breeding crop to increase their nutritional value. This can be done either through conventional selective breeding or through genetic engineering. The process of breeding steps crops to have higher level of essential nutrients either through selective breed or genetic modification. For example, biofortification of wheat with zinc golden rice. Question number 94. Correct match. Match the following: Assam, Uttarakhand, Karnataka, Gujarat. Bandipur National Park, Gir National Park, Kanha National Park, Kaziranga National Park, Corbett National Park. And the correct match is option 4, A, Assam. Assam goes with Kaziranga National Park. B, 5, Uttarakhand, Corbett National Park. C, 1, Karnataka, Bandipur National Park. And D, Gujarat, Gir National Park. Assam, Corbett National Park. Uttarakhand, Assam, Kaziranga National Park. Assam, Kaziranga National Park. Uttarakhand, Corbett National Park. Karnataka, Bandipur National Park. Gujarat, Gir National Park. Fourth option is correct. Question number 95. Arrange the following stage in the evolution of modern man in a correct sequence. Homo neanderthalensis, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo sapiens. And correct one is option 1, C, B, A, D. First is Homo habilis. Second is B, Homo erectus. And third one is A, Homo neanderthalensis. Homo neanderthalensis. And the last is Homo sapiens. These are the stages in the evolution of modern man. '96. Mule is the hybrid offspring of these two animals. And the correct option is male donkey, female horse. Male donkey and female horse Mule is the hybrid offspring of male donkey and female horse. Male donkey and female horse offspring is mule. 97. The taste buds are absent in these papilla. Correct one is filiform papilla. Filiform papilla. In this the taste buds are in this area. The taste buds are absent. Let's see options also. Fungiform papilla. Fungiform papilla are mushroom-shaped structure located on the tongue that are visible to the naked eye. They are typically brighter red in humans and are primarily situated on the front part of the tongue, containing taste buds among their epithelial cell. Fungiform papilla. Circumvallate papilla. Circumvallate papilla, they are situated on the surface of the tongue. And the fourth option, foliate papilla. Foliate papilla are papilla located at the dorsolateral corner of the tongue. Now 98. Identify the behavior shown by duckling that recognize their mother after first few hours of their hacking. And the correct answer is imprinting. Imprinting is the behavior shown by duckling that recognize their mother after first few hours of their hacking. This behavior is called imprinting. Question number 99. Identify the twilight zone of marine ecosystem. And the correct one is bathyl zone. Bathyl zone. Bathyl zone, which means midnight zone. Midnight zone. Abyssal zone. Abyssal zone is a layer of the pelagic zone of the ocean. Pelagic zone of the ocean. Profundal zone. Profundal zone is the deep zone of a lake located below the range of effective light penetration. Euphotic zone. Euphotic zone is the uppermost or well-lit layer of the ocean in which there is sufficient light energy available to support net photosynthetic growth. Now, question number 100. Read the statement about greenhouse gases and identify the correct answer. Here A and B both are correct. A is the natural greenhouse gases maintain the earth temperature and provide the ideal condition for life. And B is due to burning of fossil fuel, deforestation and industrialization, CO2 and other greenhouse gases emitted exhaustively into the environment, which resulting in global warming. These two are correct. The natural greenhouse gases maintain the earth temperature and provide the ideal condition for life. Due to burning of fossil fuel, deforestation and industrialization, carbon dioxide, CO2 and other greenhouse gases emitted exhaustively into the environment, which result in global warming. Now, question number 101. Identify the involuntary metabolic activity from the following which is coordinated by parasympathetic nervous system. Decrease the rate of heartbeat. And the answer is decrease the rate of heartbeat. Decrease the rate of heartbeat is the involuntary metabolic activity from which coordinated by parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system decrease the rate of heartbeat and it is involuntary metabolic activity. 102. The high value of biological oxygen demand indicate that, and the answer water is highly polluted. The high value of biological oxygen demand indicate that water is highly polluted. 103. Rearing of Bomboxy mori is known as sericulture. Rearing of Bomboxy mori is known as sericulture. So let's see other option also. Silviculture. The art and science of managing forest and woodland to control their establishment, growth, composition and quality in order to meet the needs of land owner and society sustainability is called silviculture. Studying of forest. Vermiculture. Artificial rearing or cultivation of worm earthworms. Apiculture. Apiculture is also known as beekeeping, is the scientific management and maintenance of bee colonies, primarily for the production of honey and other bee products like wax, pollen, propolis, royal jelly, and even venom. Question number 104. Identify the inverted pyramid from the following. Inverted pyramid. Pyramid of biomass is a pond ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass in a pond ecosystem is inverted pyramid. Inverted pyramid is structure from most important to least important. The processing content leading and then less essential material following, decreasing in importance over the course of an article or written piece. It is a practice that allows journalists to front load information. Pyramid of biomass in a pond ecosystem is inverted pyramid. Now option number 1 is pyramid of number in a grassland ecosystem. Pyramid of number in a grassland ecosystem is always upright. In grassland ecosystem, the shape of the pyramid of number is always upright. It is called as pyramid of number. In this, the energy is maximum at producer level, followed by primary consumer level, herbivorous, followed by secondary consumer level, carnivorous. Second option is pyramid of biomass in a grassland ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass in a grassland ecosystem, the relationship between numbers, biomass, energy or bioproductivity of different trophic level in an ecosystem is represented by a pyramid known as the ecological pyramid or Iltonian pyramid. Option number 3. Pyramid of energy in a forest ecosystem. Pyramid of energy in a forest ecosystem, an energy pyramid, sometimes called a trophic pyramid or ecological pyramid, is useful in quantifying the energy transfer from one generation to another along the food chain. Energy decreases as you move through the trophic level from the bottom to the top of the pyramid. Now 105. Identify the non-renewable energy resources from the following. And the answer is natural gas. Natural gas is the non-renewable energy resources from the following. Now see biogas and tidal energy. Biogas. Biogas is a renewable fuel that produced when organic matter such as food or animal waste is broken down by microorganisms in the absence of oxygen. This process is called anaerobic digestion. For this to take place, the waste materials need to be enclosed in an environment where there is no oxygen. Tidal energy. Tidal energy is a form of power produced by the natural rise and fall of tides caused by the gravitational interaction between Earth, the Sun, and the Moon. Tidal current with sufficient energy for harvesting occur when water passes through a consistent, causing the water to move faster. Tidal currents with sufficient energy for harvesting occur when water passes through a constriction, causing the water to move faster. 106. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association between these two. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association between these two, and the correct option is a fungus and root of higher plants. A fungus and roots of higher plants associate. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association between a fungal and roots of higher plants. 107. Read the following statement. Theomargarieta nebiensis is a bacterium which can be seen with naked eye, and B. Nearly half of the oxygen in the atmosphere is produced by the microalgae. Choose the correct answer. Both A and B are correct. These both statements are correct. Theomargarieta nebiensis is a bacterium which can be seen with naked eye. Theomargarieta nebiensis is a gram-negative cocci bacterium found in the ocean sediment of the continental shelf of Namibia. It is the second largest bacteria ever. It is the second largest bacterium ever discovered as a 0.1 in diameter, but sometime attaining 0.75 mm. 108. triple antigen vaccine DPT does not provide immunity against the following disease. DPT. Triple antigen vaccine DPT does not provide immunity against the following disease, and the answer is typhoid. DPT not provide immunity against the disease of typhoid. Diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. These three diseases can take immunity from triple antigen vaccine DPD. Diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. Question number 109. Identify the fungal plant disease from the following. Citrus canker, red root of sugarcane, smooth disease of rice, ticca disease of groundnut, tobacco mosaic disease. And the correct one is B, C, D. Red root of sugarcane, smooth disease of rice, ticca disease of groundnut. Red root of sugarcane, smooth disease of rice, ticca disease of groundnut are the fungal plant disease. The fungal plant disease. Red root of sugarcane, smooth disease of rice, ticca disease of groundnut. And citrus canker. Citrus canker, citrus cancer caused by bacteria, and tobacco mosaic disease is caused by virus. Other than red root of sugarcane, smooth disease of rice, and ticca disease of groundnut are fungal plant disease. 110. Identify the type of cell which are involved in the production of antibodies. Antibodies. And the answer is lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, the type of cell. Lymphocytes is the type of cells which are involved in the production of antibodies. Other option, mast cells. Mast cells play an important role in how the immune system responds to certain bacteria and parasites, and they help control other type of immune response. They contain chemicals such as histamine, heparin, cytokinins, and growth factors. Second one is macrophages. Macrophage, a type of white blood cell that surround and kill microorganism. Microorganism remove dead cells and stimulate the action of other immune system cell, and it is enlarged blood cells. Last one is monocytes. Monocytes are the type of leukocytes or white blood cell. They are the largest type of leukocytes in blood and can differentiate into macrophages and monocytes derived dendritic cell. Question number 111. Identify the incorrect statement about muscles. The correct answer is non-striated muscles are skeletal muscles mostly attached to bone. This is incorrect statement and the correct answer is 4. So, true statements are non-striated muscles are uninucleated. Non-striated muscles are uninucleated and cardiac muscles resemble the striated muscle and are involuntary muscles. Cardiac muscles resemble the striated muscle and are involuntary muscles. Smooth muscles are involuntary muscles. Smooth muscles are involuntary muscles. Question number 112. In 1952, vaccine for polio was discovered by correct option Dr. Jonas Salk. Dr. Jonas Salk in the year 1952 vaccine for polio was discovered. Dr. Y. Subbarao. Yallapraganda Subbarao, Indian biochemist. Subbarao was an Indian American biochemist who discovered the function of adenosine triphosphate as an energy source in the cell. He discovered the drug which treat filariasis. Dr. Howard Florey, Australian pharmacologist and pathologist. He is famous for pioneering work with bacterial agents. Dr. Edward Jenner, English physician and scientist. He is pioneered the concept of vaccine and created the smallpox vaccine, the world's first vaccine. Question number 113. Identify the number of cartilage which form voice box or larynx. And the correct one is 9. 9 cartilage which form voice box or larynx. 9 cartilage which form voice box or larynx. 114. Identify a hormone which is secreted only in female humans from the following. And the answer is progesterone. Progesterone, a hormone which is secreted only in female human, and the other options is follicle stimulating hormone. Adrenaline.
Meaning of adrenaline, a hormone secreted by the adrenal glands that increases rates of blood circulation, breathing, and carbohydrate metabolism and prepares muscles for exertion.
Adrenaline. Adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, is a hormone and medication which is involved in regulating vesicle function. Adrenalines make heartbeat faster and lung breathe more efficiently. Adrenaline triggers the body fight or flight hormone. Luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing is a hormone produced by gonadotropic cell in the anterior pituitary gland. The production of LH is regulated by gonadotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus in females, and acute rise of LH luteinizing hormone now as an LH surgeon. Development of the corpus luteum. It triggers ovulation and development of the corpus luteum. 115. Identify the animal which is not an endemic species from the following. Not an endemic species of the following. And the answer is Asiatic elephant. Asiatic elephant is not an endemic species of the following. Endemic species are plants and animal species that are found in a particular geographical region and nowhere else in the world. Some species are endemic to a continent while other can be endemic to an island. Example, lemur of Madagascar and tortoise. 116. Identify the primary pollutant from the following. And the option is carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is the primary pollutant in the air. Carbon monoxide. And other options, peroxyacetyl nitrate and ozone and also nitric acids are secondary pollutants of our environments. Primary pollutants is carbon monoxide and secondary pollutants are peroxyacetyl nitrate, ozone and nitric acid. (117) The following organs are example for divergent evolution. Divergent evolution, example of homologous. Homologous organ are example for divergent evolution. Divergent evolution is defined as the process that occur when two groups from the same species evolve distinct traits. Question number 118. Seed of these plants are used for the production of biodiesel. And the correct one is Jatropha. Jatropha plant seeds are used for the production of biodiesel. 119 fertility related disorder are due to deficiency of this hormone, and the correct one is tocopherol. Tocopherol hormone, tocopherol vitamin. Fertility related disorder are due to deficiency of this vitamin tocopherol. The deficiency of tocopherol vitamin is disorder of fertility. Tocopherol vitamin E, also known as tocopherol. Deficiency of this vitamin lead to disorder in fertility. Other option, pyridoxine. Pyridoxine form of vitamin B6. It is found in certain food and also made in lab. Vitamin B6 is needed for the proper function of sugar, fats and protein in the body. It is also necessary for the development of the brain, nerves, skin and many other parts of the body. Next is phylloquinine. Phylloquinine play the role of a vitamin K1 that is required for blood coagulation and bone and vascular metabolism. Phylloquinine from green leafy vegetables and vegetable oil represent the major dietary sources of vitamin K for humans. And the last one is cyanocobalamin, is a synthetic version of vitamin B12 used to treat and prevent vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. Now 120. Identify the incorrect statement about cyanobacteria. And the incorrect statement is they are unicellular. The answer is they are unicellular. It is incorrect statement. And the correct statements are they are autotrophic. Cyanobacteria are autotrophic. They are blue-green algae. Cyanobacteria are blue-green algae. And cyanobacteria are structurally prokaryotic. They are structurally prokaryotic. (121) Identify the correct pair of phytohormone which are used in tissue culture technique to induce organogenesis from callus. Options. Correct option is auxin cytokinin. Auxin and cytokinin of phytohormone which are used in tissue culture technique to induce organogenesis from callus. 122. Identify the dead tissue of plant from the following. Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is the dead tissue of plant. Number 123. This branch of biology deals with the study of vascular cryptogames. And the answer is pteridology. Pteridology is the branch of biology deal with the study of vascular cryptogames. Question number 124. This is not the characteristic features of chordates. And the answer is they are diploblastic. They are diploblastic is not a characteristic features of chordates. Characteristic features of chordates have a notochord. They are culomate, have caudal fin. 125. This is not a part of middle ear. Bony labyrinth. Bony labyrinth is not a part of middle ear. Malleus, incus and stipes are the part of middle ear. Malleus, incus and stipes. 126. Brittle stars are found in this ocean zone. And the answer is abyssal zone. In the abyssal zone, brittle stars are found. 127. The red data book contains the data of these species. And the answer is endangered species. Endangered species. Red data book contains the data of endangered species. 128. The cell organelle which is involved in detoxification of many poisons and drugs is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the cell organelle which is involved in detoxification of many poisons and drugs. Thank you for watching.